Welcome, my beautiful patrons, to your weekly reading. So this is weekly predictions, guidance, advice, what's coming. So let's go ahead and jump right in. As you can see, there are 3 doors. You have door number 1. We have door number 2. And we have door number 3. All right, so go ahead, make your selections, and I am going to include the timestamps below. Welcome, group number 1. So you picked this door. Pretty nice door, kind of rustic. All right, so let's see what's behind it. The sacred lotus, compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. All right. Interesting. So we're going to go ahead and reveal the self-love oracle card. And the message for this week is clarify your desire. Be clear about what you want. Do not ask out of lack, but from the deepest joy in your heart. Wow. All right, so that's the close-up of the message if you want to read it closely. So interesting. Let's go ahead and sit on this energy for a little bit. So we have here a very interesting symbolism with the sacred lotus. This is the lotus is the flower that is essentially grows in this swamp, right? And it's just this mundane, horrible existence. And the fact that the lotus is able to turn into the most beautiful flowers, it speaks about spiritual transformation. And so there is a transformation that perhaps you are kind of going through, and it comes from you speaking up, from you being able to use your voice to say exactly what you want. Potentially you haven't had that. Potentially you've been holding back. Potentially you've just sacrificed a little too much for others, and you haven't put yourself first. So you are being tasked to essentially be clear with what you want, and go after it. Do not ask out of lack, but of the deepest joy, right? So it means essentially just speak up, ask for what you want, and don't hold back. So let's go ahead and throw some tarot and see if we can get more information on this. We're going to start on what is coming. What is coming for group number 1? Spirit, help us. Help us. What is coming to you for this week? What is coming for you for this week? Wow. You've got a lot of cards that deal with breaking something, that deal with conflict, but at the same time a resolution to that conflict. So this is very interesting. You've got tower energy for this week. Now I feel like this tower energy is definitely something that is very beneficial for some of you. I feel like there's a lack thereof, or there's definitely something that's been missing that needs to come full circle. So for those of you that have maybe been searching for a job, searching for something new, waiting for some unexpected news, or just expecting something any day now, right? If you have that any day mentality, this week might actually be the day, right? You have tower energy for the week. So that is the energy of sudden transformation. What was is no more, right? So you're making space for what is to come, the new for this week. Interesting. So, the 5 of Swords is another interesting card. What you have here is conflict, right? You have some very savory characters here, and they're all kind of edging you on, right? They're one of them is edging you on. Others are just happy to see what's going on. It's like there's mixed energies here, and you have the swords in front of you, almost presented to you as choose your weapon so that you can fight and meet me outside, right? So you are being asked for this week to not succumb to this. All right, so you've got also 10 of Swords. Don't belittle yourself this week, okay? I feel that there might be a tendency, or there might be a pull or tug or desire or maybe a provocation from someone to want to bring you into their miserable existence, right? Don't do it. Stand your ground, be clear about it. Don't entertain anything. Walk away from any kind of person that wants to do this. And one of the reasons why I'm saying this is because you've got the Ten of Swords reversed, right? So the Ten of Swords is another card that echoes in transformation. This is the complete ending. This is the mind reaching its breaking point. This is the ending of a cycle, and essentially the representation of a new cycle starting. So you can see here you have a warrior that's been fighting, and he has been defeated in some ways very victoriously. He was able to bring down his foe, and but unfortunately now he himself is dead, and you have the Valkyrie coming and taking his body away. So this is Viking lore here, and so it's like you are going to be kind of maybe tempted to fight or say something or use your words to maybe set something in motion, right? Don't do this, right? If you see something going on, if you see people fighting, if you see that there's some kind of bickering back and forth, avoid it. Don't partake. Don't come into it. Don't entertain anything. And I feel like one of the reasons is because of the week. I feel that the week, there's definitely something shifting. It's like we're moving towards this kind of stressed out energy where people are just kind of in some ways being conflictive or confrontational. This seems to be going around, right? It's something that I'm picking up on all of my daily readings that I'm doing on YouTube, that the energy is kind of building, right? It's building. I keep seeing it in my private readings as well, my personal readings. So just be very careful. Don't partake in this energy. Don't be a part of it. Don't let these people or unsavory characters, bring you down or lower you in any way, right? This is the week where you get away from that, you avoid it. And one of the reasons why is because of this Nine of Wands here. So the Nine of Wands is the card of burning everything down to the ground. You can see here a representation of Cleopatra and her brother, all right, when she took power and she had to really stand up and defend her throne, and in some ways her throne was stripped from her. She had to go into a bit of an exile, and then she came back. So that there's definitely a lot of triumph and defeat with the story of Cleopatra, and we see her here holding up a wand saying, I will fight, but at the same time everything around her is burning down to the ground. So the fact that it's reversed says that use your energies wisely. Make sure that you're using your words to build up, not to break down, right? Because sometimes, we let that fire burn, and it ends up burning everything around us. Now, the same can be said for someone who is essentially not using their voice to actually speak up and talk about what you want to talk about, right? So just be careful when you are communicating and letting people know what you want. Be careful not to use language that would enrage, language that would add to this burning down of the building and the home. Be very careful with it, right? Understand that these are the energies that are circulating all over the place, and if you try and essentially try and bring the energies down, or if you try and kind of calm the energies, or at the same time add more fuel to the fire, the fire can spread, and then once it's this big, you won't be able to really put it down. So once you get someone in a certain mindset, it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to fix whatever happened here. So just be careful. Let's go ahead, throw some oracle cards and see what the oracles have to advise. So we're going to start with the Moonology cards. These are cards that I haven't used in a while, but we're going to use them now to get some direct messages for the week. Alright, so we've got a little bit of a confirmation of what we've been talking about. First Moonology card out is nothing will come of this situation, right? So nothing will come out of this fighting, out of this bickering. Let's see if this comes into focus for us here. What's going on? There we go. Nothing will come of this situation. Void, of course, moon. nothing will come of the situation. So, this fighting, this bickering, it really won't lead to anything productive or anything good. So just be careful with it. Your dreams need a practical plan. And this is interesting, right? So this is a message from Spirit to you about your dreams and your ambitions and your goals. We've got here full moon in Taurus. And, bull symbolism is a symbolism of potency. It's a symbolism of prosperity, of abundance. And so it looks like you have some very big ambitions, some very big dreams. So it's important for this week to work on your schedule, work on your routine, work on essentially what's the excess, right? What is it that's keeping me from reaching success, and cutting it out, potentially working on some habits, some good building blocks so that you can actually move forward and be successful, right? So build a schedule, stick to it. If you're having trouble maybe waking up at a certain time, find a way, right? Research a way to actually be able to do that. Or if you're having trouble eating healthier, then find a way how you can best, set your day so that you're not tempted. These are things that, unfortunately, it's one of the bigger problems with our society today, right? They don't seem like big problems, but they really are. Exercise as well. But ultimately, setting a routine that works for you. And a practical plan is just something that you can follow, right? The day in, day out. What can I do to follow this, and how can I be effective? So let's go ahead and keep it going. I'm going to throw a card from the Magic of the Unicorn. And let's see. Oh, we've got it. Here we are. Cosmic Diamond. All right. Spread hope and joy. Illuminate the world. I like that, right? Cosmic Diamond, spread hope and joy, illuminate the world. So that's a very strong message there. You're being told here to essentially be the reason that there is peace, be the reason that there is light, be the light, right? So Cosmic Diamond, spread hope and joy, illuminate the world. Beautiful message from this oracle card, and it ties in beautifully with the energy surrounding you for this week. All right, so let's see what your ancestors want you to focus on. We're going to throw an ancestor oracle card. Let's take a look. Notice the signs. Okay, interesting. So we've got here, notice the signs, investigate, symbols, nature spirits. This is interesting. So it's almost like if your ancestors are telling you to just keep your eyes open, right? And just be aware of what's going on around you. Do some investigative work. And I feel like your ancestors are telling you, look, we're going to send some symbols. We're going to send some signs to you. We're going to send some things that are going to be very obvious that it's us talking to you. So follow the signs. If it brings up memories, if it leads you towards something, if it leads you towards, just to speak, let's say a chest, right? Examine the treasure chest. So there's going to be a push and a pull and a guide that is going to be available to you for this week. Your ancestors want to essentially take you somewhere, and they're going to do that with symbolism. They're going to do that with nature as well. So be very vigilant, right? If you run into any animals, you keep running into the same animal over and over again. What are the messages there? What does that mean? Do some investigative work as well if that is the case, if that keeps on happening. All right, so that's what I see here. Group number 1, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, patrons, for supporting me. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day or night wherever you seekers are. Bye-bye. Welcome, group number 2, to your predictions, guidance, advice. So you picked a very beautiful door. All right, so it looks like that's a sunset. And it's just gorgeous, truly gorgeous. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's behind this door. So we've got here sunset. Time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sun's light burns. Wow. All right. All right. So we're going to go ahead and see what your self-love oracle card is for the week. What messages we have here. All right. Stop and breathe. Reality is shaped by what we believe. Take a deep breath, reassess, and realign. Let go of what doesn't help the situation. Interesting. interesting. Here's a close-up of the message so you can read it yourself. So, these are two very, very powerful cards here, for the week. It seems like some of you have just been moving a million miles a minute. You wake up every day and you're ready to go, 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 go. You're ready to take on the day. You're ready to just, be successful as successful as you can be. Now, for what I'm seeing here, what the cards are really trying to bring to light is that movement forward is in some ways disaligning you. It's like you're falling maybe out of balance. Maybe potentially you're investing way too much time on your work or your family or your friends, and there's an area of your life where you're giving a little too much, and maybe there's some other areas that you're not feeding or that you're not paying attention to, and so those things are in some ways keeping you a bit down. It's keeping you from really truly reaching full potential, or just feeling or experiencing something new, right? So there's a strong sense here for the week to find that balance, right? To find that realignment, to really look critically at what your pattern is, and make sure that you find a pattern that works for you. That's going to in some ways help your situation. All right, so let's go ahead and throw some tarot cards and just see what we get. So, Spirit, help us here. What is group number 2 going to experience this week? What's coming towards them for this week? Help us, Spirit. All right, interesting energies here. So we start with the Four of Swords. This is very interesting. So, the Four of Swords it's showing us a woman who has essentially battled, and she's won, and now she's just kind of resting, right? She's just taking her time. She's resting, and there's a sense of peace and tranquility here. The rest after a much fought battle. So this is interesting, right? So this is kind of the energy that your spirit guides would like for you to bring into this week, right? And it's funny because we do have the theme here with this oracle card talking about stopping and breathing. Stop and breathe. Now we've got the swords that just further illuminates the importance of that stopping and that breathing. And in some ways, you are being asked to just take in what's going on around you, to unfurl and to essentially just realize how far you've come. There's a strong energy here of just being appreciative of what you've accomplished, of stopping, observing, maybe just taking note, reflecting on what's going on. So, a bit of a vacation is definitely something that's very inviting here with this energy. If you can afford to take one, or just try and if you can't take that vacation, unfortunately, if you're working and you just have to keep on doing that, then try to do your best to pamper yourself as much as possible. And in that pampering, maybe journal, write down what you're thankful for. The reason why this needs to happen is because it's going to help your mental state. All right, so for some of you, maybe there's been some cloudiness going on. Maybe there's been some memory loss or some memory issues going on. So there's a strong indication here with the Ace of Swords reversed for you to sharpen that sword, right? And the way that you sharpen this sword is to be well balanced in all areas. So it looks like maybe you haven't been resting, you haven't been pampering yourself as much as you should. So in order for you to be able to come back into balance, in order for you to be able to reclaim this beautiful sword of destiny that's going to help you move forward, that's going to give you creative ideas, that's going to expound this strong sense of greatness, the only thing that's going to do that is balance. And that balance comes with you pampering yourself. So this might be the week where you do that. This might be the week where you enjoy yourself with family and friends. There's an energy here of just that. So you've got the 10 of Cups, and your family's here. You are enjoying them. You're enjoying the experiences around you. There's just a strong energy here of enjoyment, right? Strong energy of enjoyment, and just being appreciative of what's around you, what your family has brought to the table. You know, the love that's essentially available to you. So really tap into that. Now, there's also with the Five of Pentacles this energy of charity. This could essentially be you accepting some charity or essentially giving charity, right? So it's unclear exactly what this Five of Pentacles means, but it is talking about charity. So potentially maybe if you can accept some help that's being given to you or has been offered to you, you know, for those of you out there that potentially have, children, and you don't have a babysitter, maybe there's a family member that has offered you, but you said no, because you don't want to inconvenience them. Maybe it's time to say yes. Or if you have other responsibilities and people are trying to help you, potentially it's time to say yes. Or if somebody has offered, hey, let's go here, let's go there, I got you, I'm inviting you, and you said no out of maybe just a little bit of a shyness, or it's time to say yes. It's time to start saying yes and accepting that gift, right? For those of you that feel recharged when you're doing something, it's important for you to try your best this week to be as calm as you possibly can, to relax, to enjoy the energies around you, enjoy that beautiful sunset, and just understand that you don't always have to burn bright, right? You don't always have to burn bright, that you don't always have to be shining, you don't always have to be the center of that light and that spark in your family, in your work, because you are human, and sometimes you just need to recharge. You need to go through a little bit of a period of recharge. If not, it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to continue with the same vigor and the same authority that you are essentially working and navigating through life at this moment. So really think about that, right? Think about that long and hard, and it's definitely going to assist you. So let's go ahead and throw some oracle cards, and let's see what the oracle cards are going to show us. We're going to try and get some direct messages for this week. So we're going to throw 2 Moonology cards. Let's see what these Moonology cards have to share with us. First card out. Your hard work is paying off. All right. So I called it from the very beginning. You are a hard worker. All right. So you are a hard worker. And so, and that card is very revealing. I get the feeling that some of you just don't want to stop because you feel like it's not enough, right? It's not enough. I need to keep working. I need to keep grinding. I need to keep hustling. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And the problem with that is that, you'll get to the point where, unfortunately, you will be depleted. You won't be able to move forward effectively as you were before. So you need this rest. You need this relaxation. If you can take a day here, a day there, do it. As much relaxation and pampering as you can bring together for this week, go ahead and do it. It's very important for you. This is what's going to bring you into balance. All right, stop and breathe. So let's go ahead and throw another one. Let's go ahead and throw another Moonology card, and let's try and get another message. Let's see what we got here. All right, look at this. All right, so now we've gained some clarity on that Five of Pentacles. A time to give rather than take. Interesting, right? So I already told you, right? If you can essentially receive, go ahead and do it. But now we have a balancing message here of a time to give rather than take, which essentially is telling you that if you can potentially just be of a blessing to someone else, if you can potentially help someone that's in need of this, go ahead and do it, right? If you can assist someone, do it. It's definitely going to help you. And it's funny that you have 2 new moons here, right? New moon in Capricorn, new moon in Virgo. So there's a strong energy here of newness. There's a strong energy here of reaching something completely new. There's an indication here that you are reaching a point in your life when there's a big change coming, right? And that big change is going to assist your family members. It's going to assist just them in their transition and what they're going through. You yourself are going to transition in some very powerful ways, and you're going to be able to generate new ideas for what's coming next. So there's definitely an energy here of forward moving, but at the same time, remember, it's important for you to take it day by day, step by step, and that's the way that you're going to be able to win this race, right? So interesting. Let's go ahead and throw some more oracles. We're going to see what your ancestors want you to focus on for this week. So we're going to throw an ancestor oracle card. Let's see, ancestors of group number 2, what are the energies that you want for them to bring into their space? Get into nature. All right, so you've got now a message here of going to nature, right? I've been getting this message a lot in the daily energy readings and the pick a card readings everywhere. Get into nature, coexistence, gather, limit waste. This is interesting. I feel that people have just been indoors a lot, right? So there's this fearful energy of not wanting to go outside, not wanting to be a part of this of Mother Nature. Not for now. Mother Nature is really letting us have it. There's something out there that's going to kill us. So there's a lot of fear going around, and so what that has created, it's an environment of indoors, staying indoors as much as possible and avoiding Mother Nature. And so that's why I keep getting this counter message of go out into Mother Nature as much as you can. It doesn't have to be people around, but find a place in nature where you can just sit down, relax, be by yourself, receive the healing energies that are available to you in nature. So it's important for you to do that. If you have family members, again, 10 of Cups, we have a family here. This family celebrating, having fun, maybe even throwing a little party. If you can maybe bring people together in your family, people that you really care about, and maybe throw a little party. If that's something that's really, it really just sparks something wonderful in you, and you'll feel like, yeah, that might work other than just relaxing and being by myself, and then yes, go ahead and do that, right? Because we have here, your ancestors are somewhat pushing you to do that. Coexistence, right? Gather. Just limit waste, right? Don't spend so much. But you do also have a time to give rather than take. So maybe potentially it's going to fall on you to, set up a party-like atmosphere where your family and friends can come together and everyone can just have a good time. That's definitely something that's going to assist you, help you, is going to help them. Very, very, very wonderful energy for this week. All right, so we're going to go ahead and throw another oracle card. Trying to decide which oracle card. Alright, so let's do a lover's oracle. Why not? We're going to go ahead and do a lover's oracle. And we're going to see what your love message is for the week. I know a lot of you seekers love readings, right? As you've noticed, those are the readings that get the most views. So I know that is definitely something that you seekers want to see. So we're going to throw a lover's oracle card, and if you are with someone right now, you can apply the message towards that person. If you're not, if you're single, then you can definitely apply this message towards what's coming. So it applies to your situation. So here is the card and the message. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is a powerful message. So again, if you have a significant other, that is the energy that is essentially at this moment with them, right? They love you. If you don't, then this is definitely, it can count as a channeled message, a little bit of a love letter from that significant other. Or potentially this could even be a secret admirer that's been eyeing you, right? And potentially they might come and tell you a little something for the week, or maybe invite you out. This is very interesting energy. So that brings us to the very end. I hope you enjoyed your reading, group number 2. Thank you, my beautiful patrons, for being a part of this experience, this community. I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you, and bye-bye. Welcome, group number 3, to your weekly predictions, guidance, and advice reading. So you picked a beautiful door. This looks like it's a sunrise. There's definitely some excitement here. I like this. Let's see what's behind this door. Yes, kiss the ground and touch the sky. Your soul is set now to leap and to fly. All right. Yes. So, your oracle message for the week, this is from the Self-Love Oracle, is change your environment. Our environments support or undermine us. Give more attention to where you live, work, rest, and play. Create surroundings that support you. Interesting. So here's a close-up in case you want to read it. All right. Interesting energy here, right? So, you know, in one card with the Divine Doors Oracle, what we have here is an energy of just saying yes. Really just looking around and saying, yes, I want that. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and buy that. Yes, I'm going to have that experience. Yes, I'm going to accept this, right? So an energy of yes. And so what I feel when I look at that card is like, there might be opportunities that are presented to you that you would have normally said no to. Experiences, maybe, hey, let's go out here, let's go out there, let's have a little party, let's enjoy ourselves. You would have said no out of maybe some fear or, you know, some kind of like hesitation for what that might entail. But this energy here is telling you, hey, if you go ahead and say yes, there might be something new, something completely new, unexpected. Memories are going to be built. You're going to be able to enjoy yourself like you haven't enjoyed yourself in the past. And you know, we move to this card here, which is talking about changing your environment, right? Our environments support or undermine us. So potentially one of the reasons why you have to say yes and you have to allow certain things to unfold is because your environment has become a bit chaotic or a bit stagnant, right? You're going through a bit of a stasis, or, you know, maybe you have just you've just become a bit maybe secluded or unyielding or, you know, unwanting. So there's definitely an energy here of you just saying no to way too many things as opposed to saying yes. All right, so start saying yes to things that help you. And so there is some change that's going to be required, right? More attention is going to be required. This is where, you know, your environment, where you live, where you work, where you rest, where you play. So maybe some of you, potentially those of you that are unhappy in your work, in your job, there might be opportunities out there, okay, that offer you a better pay, better environment, better work-life balance. Go ahead and start saying yes to those opportunities. Put those applications out there. You never know. Also, when it comes to live, this can be talking about you staying indoors too much, not going out, not enjoying yourself. Maybe start saying yes to some of that. Then you've got another key word here, play, right? That goes with that, play. Say yes to going out and doing something. Make sure that you're creating surroundings that support you, right? And support can mean so many different things, right? What can support you? What can help you? What's going to keep you in balance? What's going to bring happiness and joy? What's going to build memories? And what's going to make you feel like you're living your life as opposed to just kind of existing and waiting for something to happen, right? So it's like you're being almost asked for this week to be that difference, to be that change. And it starts with a simple yes. So let's go ahead and throw some oracle cards. Tarot cards. We're going to go ahead and throw some tarot cards from the Tarot Apocalypsis. And we're going to see what energies are going to be surrounding you for this week. What is coming? Spirit, help us out here. What is coming for group number 3? We need to know. We need to know. We need to know. All right. Wow. These are intense energies. These are definitely very intense energies. You've got the Princess of Swords reversed, the Tower reversed, the Nine of Wands reversed, and the King of Swords reversed. And so there's different interpretations. This might, remember, take what resonates, leave the rest. But this can be different messages for different people. So we start with this princess, right? We start with this young girl here, who in some ways has become a bit of a deterrent to you. It's like this young girl is in some ways not being very supportive, or she's using words to harm you or keep you in a certain spot that you shouldn't be in. So if there's any young girl, young feminine energy around. Just be careful not to take their words too seriously, because I feel like their words are what are keeping you from that change, or keeping you in that box, right? So there's going to be this male energy here with this King of Swords that's going to challenge you for this week. You know, this male energy is being represented by Odin. You know, Odin is the god that gave his eye for knowledge, and so, you know, Odin is very wise. This is the warrior that doesn't stop. Essentially rules over Valhalla, and whenever this Odin talks, you have to listen to what he's telling you. So there might be a male energy that comes and tries to convince you of something, or tries to present to you an idea, right? Or maybe invite you out, maybe invite you to do something. You know, they just throw it out there and they lay out all of the benefits, right? Go ahead and listen to them. Listen to them. At the very least, entertain the idea, right? Now, for some reason, it's like there's two opposing energies. There's this young energy here of this young girl that's saying no, 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 I don't want that, no. And then there's this energy here with this King of Swords that's saying yes. And we already know that this is the week where you say yes. So really just, you know, examine these two energies and know that there's a strong pull for change, right? Now, the fact that we've got the Tower reversed is also telling us that change is probably needed. And if it doesn't come through you willingly, you know, kind of organically allowing for these experiences to just come into your life, you know, it might present itself in a different form, right? Like if you, for example, are someone who just, you know, is constantly working, not enjoying yourself as much as you can, then you might burn out, right? And so that can be a Tower moment where you can't keep working and you can't keep being what you're being because you've burned yourself out. So now you need to recuperate. So that's one example. This can apply to just any area of life that you take to an extreme, that you abuse, or that you in some ways are just doing too much of, right? So be very careful, be very diligent. There's this energy here with the Nine of Wands also of burning the house down. And so, you know, you've got this illustration of Cleopatra, right? And Cleopatra and her little brother by her side. Her little brother was given the rule of Egypt at a very early age, and she wasn't essentially given the ability to rule. You know, it's like people forgot her because of who she was, of her gender. And so, you know, she had to overcome that adversity. She had to overcome that, knowing that she was destined to rule and was the proper person to rule, not being able to. So she had to fight. And here we see her fighting, but at the same time, everything around her is burning down to the ground, right? She's fighting, she's trying to get ahead, but her kingdom is burning down. She's waging war, and that war has ravished everything. So, you know, this is just another representation of what might happen if you aren't diligent in your decision making, in your process, in what you're doing, and how you choose to react to certain things. So be very diligent, right? Be very diligent, be very observative. Make sure that you are saying yes more than you are no. Let's go ahead and throw some oracle cards. We're going to throw some moonology cards, and we're going to go ahead and get some direct messages for this week for you. Group number 3. All right. All right. So, you know, we've got a bit of a confirmation here, right? Step out of your comfort zone. Okay, let me see. Right here. Step out of your comfort zone. So this is a pretty direct message, and it stands with what we've essentially uncovered right now, right? With these tarot cards, right? So step out of your comfort zone. I think that, you know, the patterns that you are following now, the conditions that are essentially surrounding you, it's almost like they've become your identity. This is what you believe. This is what you're doing. This is the smart thing to do. I'm just going to keep on doing this, right? And so it's like something needs to change. Something needs to move forward, right? And then you've got this card, and this is very interesting. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full Moon and Taurus. You know, anytime I see a bull The bull is just for me, it's a symbolism of true power, dynamism, it's prosperity, it's abundance, it's being able to move out into the world and create from a place of true power. And so maybe potentially you have some high dreams, some very big ambitions, but for some reason you're not moving in that direction. You're not staying or positioning yourself so that you can be successful in this area. And this can be in pretty much what we've been talking about here, right? If you want to be successful, if you want to be able to manifest your dreams, you have to be able to be as well balanced as you possibly can. So you can't go to extremes, and you can't operate from an extreme for too long, because then the pushback is going to be just too devastating, right? And so you go from extreme to the fall, and it's not good. It's not good. So your plans need to have a practical approach, right? You need to have a practical plan. You need to put that in motion in order for your dreams to become reality. And this can just be, again, setting time aside for fun, setting time aside for rest, setting time aside for work, setting time aside to live, and actually following through on it, right? Not just saying, look, I'm not feeling the vibes, I'm not gonna do it because no, follow through on it, do it. If you said you're gonna work this day, go ahead and work this day. If you told yourself you were gonna maybe create something this day, go ahead and create that day. If you're gonna take a day off, actually take a day off, and don't stress about work for that day, right? Don't burn down your house. So that's kind of the message there. All right, so let's go ahead and throw a Lover's Oracle card. As you seekers know, love readings are the most popular ones. I mean, those are the ones that get the most views. That's what you seekers mostly want to see, love readings. So we're gonna go ahead and integrate a Lover's Oracle card into this reading. Now, if you already have a partner, this does apply to them. If you don't, if you're single, then the message obviously, applies to that as well. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so this is your Lover's Oracle card. The message: give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Wow. So I get the feeling that those a lot of people that pick this group might be single. Maybe potentially you are waiting for that one. But hey, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. So there's this energy here of this love coming, right? And who knows, it might very well be this week, right? I mean, we are doing a reading for the 9th to the 15th. So this person could very well be coming to you this week. Keep in mind though, your dreams need a practical plan, right? So this might be the week where you essentially just create the environment for this person to just step into your life. Again, it all starts with saying yes, right? Yes, 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 yes. And this essentially is definitely going to assist you in this love here. Know that you deserve it, and it's so that is beautiful. All right, we are going to throw one more oracle card, and this is going to be from your ancestors. So we're going to get a message from your ancestors. Let's see what your ancestors want to tell you. Let's take a look. Here we go. Okay, so psychic strength. All right, psychic strength, shield, talismans, gold, light. That is interesting, right? So with this card, your ancestors are asking you to shield yourself from any kind of negative psychic energy that might be thrown your way. This is very interesting. Again, we do see a bit of an antagonist showing up here with that Princess of Swords reversed, right? So I think that there's a young girl that's been uttering some negative things about you. And so your ancestors want you to protect yourself against that energy, all right? Because that energy is very draining and it can be harming to you. So shield as much as you can. Gold light, one of the things that you can maybe envision yourself and how you can protect yourself is to close your eyes and see a gold light surrounding you, right? Just try and see yourself not being touched by any kind of negative energy by doing this, by going through this exercise in your head. Go ahead and get a talisman that potentially you can put that energy or deposit that gold light energy into, and every time you touch it, you know, okay, there's gold light in here. I am protected. I am guarded by spirit, and spirit has me by the hand. My ancestors are assisting me as well. My spirit guides are assisting me, and to be a reminder of this exercise. All right, so that is what I see here. Group number 3. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, seekers. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are.